What's up, guys? How are you today? I hope you're doing great. And here we go again in new week and a new video and a new haircut. Today we are going to do a medium pixie haircut. It's gonna be beautiful pixie, not very short, but it's gonna be medium length. And we're gonna have a lots of fun because this haircut's full of texture and you will learn many different techniques and it's really cool haircut. So I hope you enjoy this video, guys, and if you like my videos, just don't forget to subscribe to my channel and show me your love. And here we go, and let's start the haircut together. So what we are doing here is sectioning the hair. As you see, I'm taking the rectangle on the top on the parture edge, and I section behind the ear on both sides. Very simple sectioning. And here on the back, you see I'm taking the triangle. Why I'm taking the triangle? Because we are going to keep the center of the head is heavy than the side. So the haircuts, the density of this haircut is gonna be focused on the center of the head, and you will understand later in the end of the result. You are gonna understand what I'm talking about. So here we go. I just started from the nape area, and I'm cutting 90-degree elevation straight out from the head, no over direction, nothing, just straight out from the head. Very simple, taking half-inch section and straight out, and I'm taking my guide from the previous section, and just make sure your section is not very big, just half an inch, so you don't over direct the hair, guys. So here we go. I'm moving to the side, so I make sure I don't over direct the hair, as I said, and I'm keeping my elevation very consistency, because if you lose the consistency, guys, here you're gonna push more weight to the front, and you don't want that. So if you see here, I'm mentioning like keep your elevation steady, and don't drop it, and don't over direct the hair, because you don't want to push too much weight to the front, and because later it's gonna give you a hard time to fix it again. So here behind the ear, I always mention like be careful behind the ear, because always when we make the mistake is behind the ears and this area, because this gap, the ear area, take um, more hair, so like there is less density behind the ear. So just be careful, guys, in this area to not cut so much and create a hole, like what we usually do when we started cutting hair, especially if you are a new hairstylist. So now I start the section above the ear. So here what we're gonna do, we're gonna over direct, slightly over direct, guys. Just focus with me here. What I'm saying, don't over direct so much. We are going to over direct like not even half an inch, like you slightly over direct a little bit. Why? Because we're gonna push little weight to the front, because in this haircut we want the side above the ear a little bit longer from the back. The back is gonna be shorter, above the ear is gonna be a little bit longer, so that's why we are going to over direct just a little bit, not too much. As you see what I'm doing, I barely over direct, just to push a little bit weight to the face. So just be aware about this. What we're gonna do now, after I finish this side, we are going to move to the left side. And as I said, and I always say, consistency is the key for success, for great result. If you don't have consistency, if you don't focus on what are you doing, it's not gonna be good result, and I'm telling you, you will have a very, very hard time. As you see, 90-degree elevation, I don't drop my elevation, and or straight out from the head, no over direction, till I reach the section above the ear. When I reach the section above the ear, and I will start over direct a little bit. And here what I'm talking about, this is the section above the ear. I take my guideline from the back, the previous section, and I keep my consistency the same. My section only half an inch, and I slightly over direct. And here we go, guys. You will have absolutely great haircut, and you will see. So, what I want to tell you today is, if you do what you do with passion and love and you like it, you will succeed. So here we go. I check my balance to make sure everything's looks good. And now it's very, very important, guys. Now I'm going to do cross check. Every time you do any haircut, you have to do cross check. So if you cut vertical, you cross check horizontal. You cut horizontal, you cross check a vertical, or diagonal. It's depend on the haircut, but always you do the cross check the opposite. Why? Because it doesn't matter how good and talented you are, the hair no way to be all the same length. It's gonna be somewhere a little bit longer or shorter, but when you do cross check, you make sure everything's even and perfect. So now move to the top, and if you remember in the back, the triangle, now I'm going to use the carving comb, this Donald Scott carving comb, absolutely amazing. And I will start this triangle from the back. And as I said, the density is gonna be more in the center. This is how the haircut is gonna be. So my elevation, I keep it low. Why? Because I don't want to lose too much weight. So I keep my elevation low, and now I'm using the 100% side, because you have two sides, one cut 25% and one side cuts 100%. So now I'm cutting with the 100%, but I'm keeping my elevation low, so I don't lose too much length. So now I'm moving to the side, and I take my first section and straight out from the head, and I cut from the back to the front. And as you see, the way I'm cutting the hair, why? So I keep more length in the front. It's gonna be short to long, as you see, guys. Take small section so you don't lose your consistency and you don't lose your guideline. It's very important, because when you take a big sections, you can lose your guideline, or you start cutting your guideline and make it shorter and shorter, and this is not gonna be good. So now I switch to the other side. Why? Because this haircut is very versatile. You can style it right or left, or even you can push it back. So you have to cut the other side the same way you cut the first side, so you can style it right or left. So you have to do this. As you see, I'm doing this little stroke, with the 100% side, the cutting, and just add this beautiful texture. And that's why I'm cutting the top with the blade, because I want tons of textures. And the effect on the hair, the blade always different than the scissor. So now this is our haircut. We finished the cutting on the wet, and now I'm doing a blowout. And as you see, guys, when I'm doing my blowout, I'm going to push the hair in every direction, right, left, up, down. Why? Because I want to create the flexibility in the hair. So I don't want to push the hair to one side only, because if I'm pushing it right, and this is how I dry it, and then later when I want to style it, I want to push it left, won't work. That's why when you dry it, push it in every direction, so you give a flexibility to the hair. So when you style it, you can push it in every direction you want, and won't give you a hard time. Why? Because when you were drying it, this is what you did. You push in every direction. This is give a flexibility to the hair. So after that, I did the flat iron, and now I'm doing the texturizing on dry. Here, when you're adding the details and you add your creativity and your touch to the hair. As you see, now I'm not using the 100% side, I'm using the 25%. So be careful, because sometimes you can switch to 100% if you don't focus, and then you can mess up the haircut. So make sure you are using the 25% side of the carving comb. And here, as you see, I'm keeping my elevation low, and I'm doing like point cutting technique, but instead I'm doing it with the shear. I'm doing it with the carving comb. And as you see here, I'm adding more texture. I'm doing like the slicing technique, okay, and to give those wispy beautiful ends, you know. So when you add the products and you start it in the end, it's gonna be just full of textures and layers. Here on the top, I'm doing texturizing, you know, because the carbon cut with both sides. So this is a beautiful technique just to cut those ends, you know, and add more texture. Just I put some styling cream right now, and I'm styling the hair. Look, it's just beautiful. Look the texture, look the layers, and very fun. I spray it a little bit, and here we go, guys. This is gonna be the final look. I hope you are enjoying my video, guys, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please give me your love, and I see you the next week and a new video, a new idea, and ciao for now.